So Call of Dragons is doing a lot more drama-filled stuff within the community because they're making us more and more upset every single day with shadow nerfs. So we're going to be talking about the Forge of Light and Merits because both of them have been hit. It's been a noticeable change by everyone and we didn't even get told about it. So what we're going to do is go through the Forge of Light first, then we're going to go down into the PvP and Merit section so you can kind of understand both of these, right? So the Forge of Light, honestly, the Forge of Light event is pretty cool now. I'm not going to lie. Do enjoy it. The fact you get to choose a different one, right? Get to pick one, choose it, go in and do your whole bidding. But the problem is now the probability. So the probability is at 0.6062%. And this is saying this is an increased chance of getting it. So what this is saying is when you look at these 6, you have a 0.9% of chance of getting it, and this has been added into the pool, granting you a 0.6% chance of grabbing. A lot of people might not be like, oh, what's the problem? Well, the issue is when it comes to the correct image, which is this one. This is basically a Forge of Light event from the past. So you can look at any Forge of Light video that any content creator has done in the past prior to this update. And every single one will show you 0.9093%. So you can see they basically switched the two different choices, right? So you've got less choice, right, on the two. So we've only got one. But the thing is, we've got lower odds in the actual thing, right? So what does this mean for the player? So what this means is you're only getting one artifact instead of technically getting 2 new artifacts that they used to be, which was a lot better. And even though you might not have wanted the Oath of Stormpeak, for example, you still had a 0.9% chance. You had a greater chance at getting the artifact you was aiming towards. However, now it's just lowered. And the thing is, and this is kind of the sad thing about this shadow nerf, we've already had reports, players spending 270,000 gems already just to get 3 artifacts. Guys, what is going on with this game? Are you only tailoring it to the spenders, to the guys who can spend like 4 grand a month on this game? Because that's what it seems like now with all of these added changes, because you can't spin for artifacts anymore. If you want to be a free-to-play player, I'm going to be honest with you right now, you're going to be needing to save at least, and this could be an understatement, but at least 140 keys to have a good chance of getting the artifact you actually want, level 1 or maybe level 2, if you're lucky with that. And someone in the comments might know the correct maths, and if you do know the correct maths on how much worse these odds are, let everyone know, and I will pin that comment up to the top if someone knows the correct amount, because I've seen already people floating about how many total keys is necessary to actually try and get all your artifacts and so on. So this is honestly the first shadow nerf that's come into the game. Obviously people aren't happy, including myself, because artifacts are already really hard to get. They're really hard to get. You can see from my account progression, you've got to think, if we go to my VIP store, you got to look, I'm in 669 days, right? And when we look at my artifacts that I have, right, I have a load of different artifacts. You can see that's from content creation as well, right? From spinning on those videos you've seen. But a lot of them is from the gold keys, right? But when you look at the gold key stuff, obviously this isn't. This is a level 1. We've got here is a level 5, level 4, level 5, level 5, level 5, level 4. And that's all from your gold chests, right? So you could have something similar in the later life. But when you start going down further and further on the list, you're going to start seeing a trend. So my Phoenix Eye, level 3. The Viola's Bow, level 2. The Kamacy, level 2. Again, Grey Mars, level 2. Fang, level 2. Now we're getting into the, Forge of Light artifacts. Rattle Spear, level 1. Goldcrest, level 1. Spiritbone Talk, level 1. Gilded Crossbow, level 1, right? So you can see all of these level 1 Forge of Light, artifacts that we've got, but to be honest, at level 1, they're kind of useless, guys. Apart from some niche scenarios, like the Rattle Spear, which is granting you an additional effect, which is actually really good with the stats you're getting. Same with something like the Spiritborn Torque, right? The Spiritborn Torque is getting you 10% more counterattack damage. So you're getting more benefits for having it, even if it's not granting you the most insane taunt or rage. It's just the pure stats it gives, right? So those are kind of the odd exceptions. But you can see how difficult it really is to get artifacts, right? Even if you look at the Garrison and Rally one, both of mine are level 2, guys. So it just showcases this game has a really hard cap on artifacts. They've made it even harder with this Shadow nerf, and it's not on. And I think everyone should be making a suggestion, getting that suggestion over 1,000 again, get it to 2,000, however many people we need it to hit to get artifacts just more accessible to the players. It's almost like a base mechanic in the game that they sell, right? So now we're going over one Shadow nerf. We're going to go over the second Shadow nerf. The second one is a little bit more crazy because it is a lot more impactful on the longer term of the game. And what we're talking about is the merit system in your account. So obviously in the season, when you're fighting other players and stuff, you're going to be able to earn merits, right? And with merits, you can see I'm able to buy like my elixir. I can buy some resource potions, as well as the weekly one. I'm able to buy a bunch of good stuff, pet skills, more elixir, just everything I need, right? Everyone knows this. And the thing is, the merit system was really good, right? Everyone kind of enjoyed the merits. You could farm them quite easily, which was a downside. But when it came into war, T4 players was able to get anything between 20,000 to 40,000 merits. It was quite nice. They could get a little bit more depending on how good they are. Obviously, they could get even higher, but on an average, we're going to try and generalize stuff here. On average, it's about 20 to 40k, right? That was how the old merit system worked for T4. It was quite nice. However, if you was a T5 back in the day could average out anywhere between 40,000 merits going all the way up to 100,000. 200,000 merits, as we know from even the main boy Guns getting that over 200k mag Z report, which was crazy to see, right? So you're able to hit these crazy merit report numbers. However, the Shadow nerf has come in, and the Shadow nerf has made everyone just wide-eyed, because when we started fighting, and I mean that, when I started fighting in this zone, these are my T5 reports. 29,000.2, and you got the 23,000.7, right? Or 23.3, right? So you got 23,000 merits and 29,000 merits. And the crazy thing is, for everyone, it seems, T5, honestly, on any surface, this is the average. This is crazily the average merits T5 players are actually getting. As well, if you're a T4 player, it's even worse. T4 players are getting between 8k merits going up to 20,000 merits, right? If you're a T5 player, you're going between anything around 18,000 merits on a low side. And I've seen it cap out with a certain match at around 50,000 merits. But on average, if you're not using that match, it is around a 30,000, 40,000 maximum that you're getting with your merits. And this is kind of crazy, because you got to think, now we've got a reduced amount of merits in the game, so it's going to be even harder to buy the resources, buy the skills, buy what you want in this actual store to progress your account, especially as a free-to-play, and especially as a low spender, because those guys are trying to get any, just, grasps here, any strings, any just scraps of just anything to keep them going for their account. And now it's even harder. It's even harder for them to progress. So I don't know what the plan is. I don't know why they're doing these shadow nerfs. And the thing is, the devs have said in numerous dev discussions now, they don't want to do shadow nerfs and they want to be more open communicative. But where was this communication? No one told us none of any of this was changing. You didn't specify these percentage changes, and you didn't even notify us about the merit changes. We had to find that out on the day when we went into war. So for a company that really is trying to pride itself on communication, you're doing a really bad job. I'm going to be honest. You're doing a really bad job, and you need to step up, because us, the community, the content creators, are getting sick and tired of it now. You keep saying one thing, you're doing a different thing, and it's just not good enough anymore. And the thing is, you're going to lose the player base, and the player base is one of the most loyal player bases I have ever seen. I've never seen a player base go through this much just trashing over and stick with the game, because they love the gameplay, they do love the concept of the game, but they just getting sick and tired of getting screwed over. So, how do you guys think about it? This is the shadow nerfs that's been in Call of Dragons. We have, obviously, the Forge of Light and the merits. Tell me your thoughts down in the sections below on these different changes, on these two events without us notifying, and let me know. And until the next one, smash the like, comment, and subscribe. Till then, stay safe, stay sneaky. Peace out.